Hello to my wonderfully awesome Paris team and family. It's Miss Roldan, and I am back for a very special edition of Reading Corner with Miss Roldan. Today we are going to read and learn about a special holiday that is, I believe it starts this week and it runs for the next month. Okay. Are there any guesses of what this holiday could be called? I know that some of you in our Paris team and family celebrate this holiday. And so I'm going to give you a second to kind of think about what it is. Let's use our smarts. What holiday is it? If you guessed Ramadan, you would be correct. So the month of Ramadan is beginning, and I brought a little book along to teach us a little more about Ramadan and what's the celebration about. Okay. Before we get started, I would love for us all to try to say the word Ramadan. Are you ready? We're going to try it 3 times, 3 chances, and you can keep trying once we get done. Okay. Ramadan. Good job. Let's say it again. Ramadan. One more time. Ramadan. Excellent. I love that you all tried with me. Sometimes we may have a hard time pronouncing it the first time, but when we keep practicing, then we can start learning it and have that memory of how we say it. Okay? So the book that I am going to read today it's Ramadan, Curious George. Okay? A special month. George can't wait for tomorrow when the month of Ramadan will start. It's a special time of year for his friends, and George is going to take part. George and Kareem are so busy helping to cook and bake sweets. With a good little monkey joining in, soon there's a big pile of treats. Kareem is going to try fasting. That's a day without food or drinks. George is curious. Can Kareem do it? He'll need some help, George thinks. So that is the first thing that we learn about Ramadan, that those that celebrate it, they fast. And a fast is when you don't eat or drink, okay? I wonder how long this fast goes for. There might be a clue on the next page. Let's find out. Day of fasting. Oh, that could be a clue. Did you hear it? Let's look at it again. Day of fasting. So how long is it? The daytime. Okay, let's find out. George is asleep in his bed when Kareem's alarm starts to beep. Kareem wakes for an early meal, though the sun is still asleep. Later, when it's lunchtime, Kareem reaches for a piece of bread. Wait! No food until sundown. George keeps him busy instead. Let me get my hand off of there. What is the sound George is hearing? It's a rumbling from Kareem's tummy. George drags him away from the kitchen. Whatever is cooking smells yummy. So, people that celebrate Ramadan will fast all day long. So, when the sun wakes up, they stop eating and drinking until the sun goes to sleep. That is when people that celebrate Ramadan, they will eat for the day, okay? Waiting for sunset. Everyone gathers together as the sun begins to set. The minutes tick by slowly. It still isn't dark enough yet. Finally, it's time to break fast. Kareem snacks on a sweet date. Then he takes a big gulp of milk as George loads more treats on his plate. I did it, George, cheers Kareem. George nods. He's glad to be there. The room is filled with happiness and the peaceful sounds of prayer. Okay, so that's something else we learn. That at the end of the day, everybody that celebrates Ramadan comes together. They wait for sunset. That's when they break their fast and they start eating food for the night. And then they do prayers together. Wow, that's so cool. I am learning so much. Are you learning a lot about Ramadan? I hope so. It's dinner time. Now it is time to eat dinner. The spread on the table looks great with something special for everyone. This meal was well worth the wait. Look at all the great choices. Kebabs, curry, veggies, and rice. George spots a big pizza and takes a hot, cheesy slice. Now that the meal is over, the best treat has been saved for last. Chocolate-dipped bananas to celebrate Kareem's first fast. So our friend Kareem right here, it was his first time fasting. First time he didn't eat all day. So he got a special treat, and it was a chocolate-dipped banana. Yummy! Scrumdiddly-umptious. Here's another part of what Ramadan is. Sharing with others. Kareem invites George to the mosque. They gather to do a good deed. Together, they make food baskets to share with others in need. Wow, look at George join the action. He knows how to lend a hand. And when he spies a shelf full of shoes, George comes up with a plan. What do you think his plan is? I wonder. Let's find out. No, George, the Imam says with a laugh. These shoes belong to us here, but you gave me a great idea. We'll add a clothes drive next year. I don't know about you, but I learned another new word on this page. It's called an imam. Can you say imam? Imam. That is this gentleman right here. And he's kind of like the leader of the mosque. So he's the imam. Good job. Spotting the moon. Okay. Ramadan is almost over. The special month will end soon. George and the man search the sky to catch a glimpse of the moon. There it is. George points. He found it, a thin crescent shining bright. Tomorrow is the Eid festival, but the celebration will start tonight. Kareem gives George a gift. New clothes for Eid, he says. It's a fancy vest for George, and for the man, a yellow fez. Yellow fez. So a fez is this hat right here, okay? That those that celebrate Ramadan, they may wear that hat, okay? An Eid celebration. Happy Eid! The holiday is here. The mosque is busy and loud. Everyone is dressed in their finest. What a good-looking crowd. George greets Kareem with a hug and spends the day with his friends. After hours of feasting and fun, they are sad Eid has to end. But soon it's time to go home. As the moon returns to the skies, George thinks of his first Ramadan and smiles as he closes his eyes. The end. Oh, that was a great book. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So just to kind of recap what we read that Ramadan is a whole month long. And during Ramadan, those that celebrate the holiday, they do something called fasting. That means that they don't eat any food. They don't drink anything to drink, like water, milk, juice, pop, any of those things. They don't do that from the time the sun is awake till the sun goes to bed. Okay? We learned that. And then we learned that during the month, many people that celebrate it do community service. So they go out into the community and try to help it. In the book, how they did it was they passed out food to those that didn't have any food. But do you remember the idea that George gave the imam in the book? That's right. George gave the idea of doing a clothes drive or giving away clothes to those that didn't have any clothes. That's a great community service there. And then we also learned that it's a time to just celebrate and pray together, pray as a community, and just celebrate the month of Ramadan. So those are some of the things that we learned about Ramadan. I would love to learn more. So if you guys celebrate this holiday and there is something in the book that wasn't told, or there wasn't something in the book, please share. Share what it means to you about Ramadan. What does Ramadan mean? And then also, I invite you, if you also celebrate this holiday and I pronounced any of the words incorrectly, please let me know. I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing Ramadan correctly, that I'm pronouncing Eid, the celebration, correctly, that I'm saying Imam, the leader, correctly, or Fez, okay? So don't be shy. You can come up to me and let me know if I pronounced anything wrong. Or share with me any other facts about Ramadan that we didn't learn today. Okay? Okay. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a beautiful day. So glad you came to join me. And have a beautiful Ramadan for any of those that celebrate. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me.